Moya sibukeni ma Africa moaiseni. Guys, today we've got a lot to talk about. First, we have to celebrate that the DA is finally out of Tshwane, and now we've got a new mayor in Tshwane by the name of Dr. Nasipi Moya. I'm so happy for the queen. I'm so excited for her. A big journey in front of her. So we have to give her all the support so that she can be successful. Also, I want to speak about why Afriforum, the DA, are now attacking Panyaza Lesufi. There's something interesting that is happening here. And I told you guys, every time an African person, a black man stands up, they want to cut his head in public execution, so that they can warn everyone else who thinks they can stand up against the market, stand up against white monopoly capitalists, stand up against the federal chairperson Ugoko Zil. They want to show you that nobody stands up against the DA and survives. So that is what is happening here in front of us. I want to speak about the spirit of Panyaza Lesufi and why it is important to protect that man. Also, the closing of foreign tuck shops, spaza shops in the location, especially in Soweto. I saw some looting there. I was asking myself, why are you looting the food that you said is poisonous? But I will explain exactly why the looting happened. There's something deeper, ladies and gentlemen, that is happening in front of our eyes. There's a lot to talk about. Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono Ngwane, Mr. Easy Imali Nengi, and we're back at it again with another one. And okay, before I start with the mayor, let me start with Panyaza Lesufi. What a man, what a promise, what a hope, what a faith, what a light, what a warrior. What a man Panyaza Lesufi is. We have to, ladies and gentlemen, protect this man by all means, because white monopoly capitalist has now sidelined him, and now they are making him public enemy number one. They have forgotten about Jacob Zuma. They've forgotten about Julius Malema. The focus now is Panyaza, who's disturbing everything that they have been working so hard to build. You know, there is no ignoring the fact that there's two factions in the ANC, and it looks like the dominant faction right now, of which we thought would be the newer liberalism faction, was the one that was in power or in charge of the ANC. But there's this black conscious faction in the ANC that is slowly rising up, and I'm so happy to say we have some hope in Panyaza Lesufi. You understand? And not hope as to the ANC at large, but hope as to us as black people having people that stand up for us. The politicians that can say it's not about me, it's about the people, and we will not, like Panyaza has said it, kill Chris Hani again. The t-shirt that says "Don't kill Chris Hani again." That was a powerful message, and we should have caught it just from there, that all hell is going to break loose between the ANC and the Democratic Alliance. But let's hear. I want to play a small clip, and I want you to listen to what Panyaza said by the time when he was visiting Sizwe Mpofu Welsh. Just listen to what Panyaza said.
The DA is not a branch of the ANC. Helen Zille is not a member of the ANC. And the African National Congress must be given space and time to resolve its internal issues. It can't be pressurized by outsiders, where even a senior editor of a publication have the nerve to instruct our president to say, remove this one. It's not the good black one, this one. The others leave them. They're good black, they're cooperating, only this one. The apartheid regime undermined my father. The apartheid regime took over my brother. The apartheid regime refused me to choose a career that I loved. The apartheid regime denied my family an opportunity to be a better family because they took somebody who was about to be a breadwinner out of that family. We've gone through pain. We've gone through pain. We've gone through pain. We've gone through pain.
Now I ask the question, Ma-Africa, did you go through this pain to forgive and forget? Are you God, Ma-Africa? Because as far as I know, it's only God that forgives and forgets. And that is also questionable, depending on which God you are talking about. Africans are the only people that must forget their painful history. Only people. Look at what the Israelites are doing to the Palestinians. Look at what type of attitude they have towards the Germans. Look at everything that they went through that was painful. They remind themselves each and every year. It is only us, the black people, that must forgive and forget. Let go. Allow history to become history. It is only us. Panyaza Lesufi says, we went through pain. He says, we went through pain. Now the question is, as we have went through this pain, the question remains, have we healed from that pain? Have we honestly healed from that pain? How do you heal from pain from people who has enslaved you in your own land? It's not like the African Americans that were taken from Africa and went to be slaved in another land. We were made less than human in our own land. The question is, those people who took our land still have our land. We went through pain. Those people who took our land, who made us go through the pain, still has the economical power. We have no economical power. We think that when we vote that we get some power, but honestly, they control even the electoral system. They control the courts. They control the financial market. They can manipulate currencies. They can do whatever they want with the interest rate. Me and you cannot do anything. We went through pain. The racism in schools, the racism in the financial market. We don't own any bank. We went through pain. The isolation, children being ran over with cars for apparently stealing an orange in the main road, not inside the farm. The child is in the main road. We went through the pain. Now you ask yourself, why is it that they want to isolate Panyaza Lesufi, Mr. Panya, hoi, and isolate him and make an example with him by publicly crucifying him? They are coming for Panyaza. They are coming for Panyaza, and we have to stand up for that man. It is good that the ANC did not put their mayoral candidate there and allowed Action SA to lead. And the DA is blaming Action SA when they are the one who got out of the Moonpack shot and ran to the ANC to negotiate for a government of national confusion. They are the one that started the Moonpack shot and left the Moonpack shot. Now they're blaming the Action SA for working with the same ANC that they say is corrupt. Now all of a sudden, there is corruption in the ANC. There's corruption in Action SA that they did not see all along. But now because they've been removed from power, they are coming for Panyaza. We went through pain. We are in pain. Democracy, this artificial democracy, has dictated to us on how to speak about racism in our country, how to address the issue of land, slightly and politely. It must never be on an aggressive tone. It must always be satisfying to the ears of the investors when we speak about land. Now we have leaders like Abu Panyaza who are challenging the status quo. They are challenging it. And ladies and gentlemen, they're going to come for him. They're going to come for him. We have a problem, Tina, abantu abamnyama, of not starting institutions. Abantu abamhlophe baqalele institution yabo bathi Afriforum. And I have begged you, I said, guys, let us start our own. Paseta is our own movement as African people. When you donate to Paseta, you're donating to the defense of African people. Because we need Paseta legal minds. The reason why we listen to what these white monopoly capitalists are saying now about Panyaza.
In terms of the law by the senior officials, including Panyaza Lesufi, to report specific crimes as is required, they too must be held accountable.
Who made these allegations, Barry?
Well, we've got a whistleblower, somebody very senior in the Gauteng provincial government, somebody that is very concerned about what is happening. We were approached by this person a few months ago when that decision was taken to uplift the suspension of the officials. It became evident to this person that attempts to hold those accountable were being thwarted. So they approached us, and the reason they approach us as an anonymous whistleblower, well, we know who the individual is, but the reason they approach us is because of government's absolute failure to protect whistleblowers. Because we've seen people who try and do what is right to hold people accountable, they in turn become the targets for victimization and they get worked out of the system. So the person is a very senior person. They have intimate knowledge of what Panyaza Lesufi and senior officials in the department have allegedly been doing, and they would like to see the implicated officials held accountable.
Guys, if you guys don't listen to me now, we need to be organized properly. African people, it is not enough having YouTube accounts. It's not enough having TikTok accounts. These are not institutions that are within our control. I'm telling you guys now. I'm telling you because there's going to be a time where your boy King is no longer here. Listen to what I'm saying, African people. Let us not be a social media generation, a social media impact generation. Let's not be Twitter fingers. Let's not complain on the comment section. Labantu laba Afriforum has raised a campaign. They call it Panyaza Mudvai campaign. Organized. Opening cases. They are going for Upanyaza. They are coming. They are saying, we're going to take this person to court. Tina, all we know is ukshisi in the streets. Angazi nangithola le or nizongithola later. Angazi nangithola later or nizongithola later. Rest in peace, Pro Kid. They've got institutions that protect their interest, and anything that threatens what they want to do, they want to attack him. Because remember, they blame Panyaza for Ibela bill, as if Panyaza is the one that came out of the Bella bill. People don't want to accept Bella bill was made public for inputs. It went through the processes of parliament, the recommendations and everything. And at the end, parliament signed it and then gave it to the president and he signed it into law. There was a big process. Every political party was involved in formulating the Bella bill. It's not an ANC policy or an ANC law. It is a parliamentary processed agreement from everyone. So now we're having a situation where these people, they can attack Panyaza. Tina, how are we going to defend him? So Tala in a petition, because South Africans, they are good with petitions. Let's sign a petition. This one must not be in parliament. Let's sign a petition. This one must not perform in South Africa. Let's sign a petition. No, let's cancel. This one is supporting Chidima. Let's cancel more fire. Let's cancel more fire. because they're supporting Chidima, supporting Miss South Africa. Let's, petition. Mount Yapega, institution-wise, asiko ma Africa. That is why I'm saying Paseta is one of, it's not the main institution, because we can't have one. If you go and check what the other races are doing, it's not one institution. It's one of Panyaza. Paseta is one of the institutions, one of the tools that we must use to fight the greater fight of liberating ourselves truly. And inside Paseta, we have something that we call legal minds. Group of legal practitioners who are going to guide us, who are going to open case for us, who are going to protect us in unfair dismissal, we're going to have investigators there. Because laba abanye bacanga ukuthi bona abana sono, but akekho umuntu oba investigator. Mawungaba investigator kahle kamhlophe nje, uzothola izinto eziningi. Njenge Orania, abantu bayarejwa lapha. People don't speak about that. All of those cases of rape in Orania, people don't speak about that. Bakhuluma just okuhle nje phela. So I'm saying, ma Africa, nathi masibe nama institutions wethu. Esiwazi ukuthi okay, when it comes to this institution, we know we can protect ourselves from it. Panyaza is going to be attacked. There is something that I call politics outside politics. Now I'm coming back with the Zumarism manje. Politics outside politics. Organizations that influence the politics of politics. White monopoly capitalists, investors, donors, those type of things. People that influence politics from outside of politics. They claim to be politically unassociated with anyone, but actually they've got their own interests. That's what we must also plan to do, my African people. You guys will go in the comment section and tell me if you agree or not. But I'm telling you, this weakness of us, of staying divided as African people, because no, Panyaza is in the ANC, let the ANC suffer. No, Zuma is in MK, let MK suffer. I don't care about Zuma. Julius is in the EFF, let him. Vuyo Zungula is alone in the ATM, let him suffer there. Because we don't want to unite. Now what do? They isolate and crucify us publicly to remind us that they will come for us. And some of our leaders, our problem is that they are also not clean. There is a debt on every political leader. When I say every political leader, I mean every political leader. If you dig deep enough, you will find some skeletons on any political leader. I promise you. But that goes also for the Freedom Front Plus, for the DA, for the MK, for the EFF, everybody. If you dig properly, you're going to find something. But the issue is, wena mntu omnyama umuntu wekini maka athekiwa wena uthini? Do you stand there and say right? Look at the unity of EDA when it comes to abantu abamhlophe, how they protect their people. They were even willing to say serious brink or nothing, non-negotiable. That's how much they value themselves. So I'm so happy now. Dr. Nasipi Moya is there. We are very happy for the Queen. It was a long journey. For us to finally find another, a female mayor in Tshwane. It was a long journey. Let's quickly listen to what she said when she made her maiden speech.
As I did 9 months ago, I humbly accept this task wholeheartedly. I fully appreciate that the journey ahead is a daunting one, but one that is possible if we work together to chart a new path for our great capital city. I would like to spend the lion's share of this time that I have here to address the residents of Tshwane, whom we said we were doing this for, those who have elected us to serve here today. Residents of Tshwane, hear me clearly. It is not lost on me the anxiety and the political stability that has plagued the city. My vow is to end that cycle of uncertainty and bring stability to the city we all call home. To the residents of Soshanguve, Hammanskraal, Mamelodi, Centurion, Bronkhorstspruit, Garangua, Linwood, Camel Drift, Waterkloof, Irene, Sokhulumi, and everyone residing in between, I'm here to tell you that I'm not an Action SA mayor or a mayor from any other party for that matter. I will be the mayor for the residents of Tshwane.
Dr. Nasipi Moya, for me, credentials-wise, is a good move. I'm so Bantu, bachelor in social science, majored in politics and policy development. You know, she's a person that is qualified for the job. And on top of that, she was the deputy mayor. And the painful thing for the MK, not the MK, the Democratic Alliance. The Democratic Alliance will always hate anything that Herman Mashaba does, because Herman Mashaba has taken their voters and has taken a lot of intellectuals from the Democratic Alliance. So it is a good thing to see her emerging and becoming the mayor. I'm happy. The issue in Soweto is not a difficult one. In Tshwane, the issue in Tshwane is not a difficult one. It's an issue that can be solved. You just need people that are people that are going to be purposefully fighting this corruption and push away all of these institutions that are there, consultants that are there to milk the money of Tshwane. So for me, it is a good thing that we've got this mayor in there. This mayor is supported by the PA, the EFF, the ANC. So it is a group work type of a thing. Anything for me is good as long as it doesn't have Freedom Front Plus and the DA. For me, as a Pan-Africanist, there isn't a time where I will smile and be happy when we are working with Freedom Front Plus or the DA. There isn't a time. I would rather work Nepantiti, because Pantiti gets excited easily. I would rather work Nepantiti easily. For me, I would rather work with that person. I would rather work with Patricia Delel. I would rather work with those people that I know these things are sell out, whatever. But as long as they are not Freedom Front Plus and they are not in the DA, I'm okay. You guys will tell me what you think about that. New mayor. The journey has started. Let's see what she will do for the next 3 months. We'll talk about her more in January next year. Let's see. Let's give her some time to settle in. I'm so happy. Now we want to see. The DA said they will never sit in negotiation with the ANC when it comes to the metros. If that is the case, it means now that the coalition government is now breaking apart. Going forward, we're going to see a lot of threats. Now we want to also see if they say they are taking Panyaza. About TK Ngiza, did they think about TK Ngiza they are innocent? It's a faction in the ANC. ANC does not like us to say this, but it's true. We can see from far. They are going to deal with the getting rid of Panyaza is not going to be easy in the ANC. So the DA is saying now that they will be focusing on the 2026 local elections. They can focus there and steal votes again, like they stole the EFF votes now in these last elections. There's no way you can tell me that the Democratic Alliance is a bigger party than the EFF. For me, it did not make sense when we saw the numbers. I'm so disappointed. You guys did correct me on the comment section. You said the MK political party did resume or did go back to their case of of MK versus IEC in terms of the rigging. So I'm very happy that happened. I think it happened last week where my week was so busy. But anyway, I'm so happy that we are going back there to provide the evidence that, listen, the IEC blundered too much when it comes to the numbers of the elections. And I think that the evidence will stand in court and they might win that case. Guys, let me speak about the looting there in Soweto. Guys, hi, man. Okay, I understand some people were going to the shops and taking the products and splashing them on the streets. I told you yesterday, I said, don't do that. If you believe that those foods are contaminated somewhere, somehow, I said that the tuck shops are crime scenes where investigation has to take priority in those places. And another thing that is scaring me is that mainstream media is busy reporting that from all the deaths in the past that were children were passed away, they could not conclusively determine that it was those foods that they ate from the tuck shop. I'm very worried with that statement. I'll tell you why that statement is worrying me. It's worrying me because then that means that there's particular people, and that's my mind now going wild. There's particular people who are going around trying to tarnish the township economy by unaliving children purposefully. That is a scary thought. And people wrote on the comment section that when we are trying to foreigners. Number one, there is no African that is a foreigner. There is no black African that is a foreigner in South Africa or in Africa. Number one. Number two, here we're speaking something else here. We're speaking about township economy. We're speaking about poisoning of food. We're speaking about contaminated products. Don't racialize this thing. Whoever is doing this is in the wrong and must be punished, must be arrested. So far, those children have passed away. Nobody has been arrested. Nobody. Because the detectives, the post-matic is saying, listen, we can't fully conclude that it is the Antonio. In fact, I had one person saying, one government person saying, "Bana ba jile alipirim." Kireban, bana ba jiste ki mang alipirim. Ki matseletseng bana ba alipirim. Ki mang wa pelo empiana ya satana ka tselang bana alipirim. Abulaya grade 2, grade bana ba crèche. King mara. Hi, man. But I'm saying order needs to come there in Soweto. There is a lack of leadership there in Soweto. That's one thing I see. And when you see our children stealing cold drinks and whatever, it's a lack of leadership, man. I understand poverty comes in and person says, let me take this, let me take it home, and we'll drink cold drink at home. When you as a parent see your child come in with stolen goods from tuck shops, you need to discipline that child immediately. Because you will be grooming the culture of corruption, the culture of stealing in your child. If you allow your child to bring goods, 10 kg flour, whatever, into your house and you eat that with your child, you are telling your child indirectly that corruption, shortcuts in life, they are okay. You understand what I'm saying? So let me not go deeper with that. Excuse me, guys, my sinuses are killing me. So let me close with this because I want to provoke your spirit a little bit. For every generation, there is a generational mission. Every generation on earth must ask themselves, what is it that our generation is supposed to do to better our lives and the lives of those who come after us? Ne? Every generational mission has got generational leaders. every generational mission, a crowd, nation has got generational leaders. Every generational leader has got a generational follower. Every generational follower has got a personal generational goal. I hope I'm making sense. So it is us who is alive today who say, we in our generation, we're going to attack the educational system. What are we going to do? We're going to build PASETA, the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. That is what our generational mission is. You understand? It's different from the Mandela generation. It's different from the Shaka Zulu generation. It's different from the other generation. This is what we have chosen. We are saying we're going to attack the educational system because we believe that brainwashing the children, programming our children to think in a particular way will better their future. So the generational mission needs what? Generational leaders. People that says, okay, I'll be in the front line. The people in the front line need people in the back who say, we will make sure that we got your back. That's why we say in PASETA, we are asking 10,000 people to donate 50 rand each for 3 months forever. No, you just donate. Just donate. If the generational soldiers, which is you, don't come to the party, the generational mission then fails. The generational leaders fail, then the generational mission then flops. You guys understand what I'm saying? So I said, when I spoke about the mission, I said every generational follower has got a personal generational mission. So every person who wants to support PASETA, they themselves has got personal goals for their lives. Some people are standing in the front line for their family. Some people have said enough is enough. We're going to act. Or I am going to act for my family. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to fight on. You guys understand what I'm trying to say? We must decide consciously as a group of African people in this lifetime to say we are going to fight for our generational mission. The Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture, PASETA. I hope otherwise, the coming generation will come and ask us, what did you do? And we will have no answer to that. I told you we cannot be a generation that is going to say, no, we open a YouTube account. We cannot be a generation that says, I had 1 million followers on TikTok. We cannot be that generation. Let's be a generation that build institutions like never before. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.